Hello friends, this is Fox Nival Studios. What if? Now we are here with new series. What if Naruto was trained by Black Dragon? So I hope you like the video. Before starting story, please subscribe our channel. Thank you. October 10th th 7 am, the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, nicknamed the Professor because he know every technique originated from the village hidden in the leaves. As Hiruzen stares out the window, he worries about his grandson figure, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Though the child only knew of his first last name Uzumaki, very few people outside of Hiruzen knew of the child's heritage.
Hiruzen was worried about Naruto because today was his birthday and this was the day the villagers celebrated the defeat of the nine-tailed fox. On this day the villagers would hunt down Naruto and beat him within an inch of his life, saying they were avenging the fourth. Hiruzen always had Anbu tailing Naruto, but it didn't do too much good, seeing as 95% hated Naruto and actually participated.
He signaled for his most trusted Anbu, and in a silent body flickered the Anbu. Captain Crow appeared on one knee. You called Hokage-sama? Yes, Crow, I need you to find Naruto Uzumaki and make sure he is safe. Hi, and with that he left just as silently as he had arrived. Hiruzen's eyes hardened as he looked out the window, though he felt better about Crow looking for Naruto since he had a soft spot for the blonde. I hope you are alright, Naruto-kun. Time skip 4 p.m. Naruto was running from the drunken mobs who were yelling, "It's time to avenge the fourth." Naruto had just turned 9 and has had to run from mobs 3 to 5 times a week since he was 3. Naruto was 4 foot 4 inches, which was rather tall for a 9-year-old. He had long spiky golden blonde hair that reaches his upper back, his hair usually covering half his face. Think Madara, only blonde, eyes so bright a blue that they could be mistaken for the sapphires. Though he was tall, Naruto was skinny from malnutrition because of him eating scrapes from the dumpster since he was 3. Currently Naruto was running through Training Ground 43 trying to get to Training Ground 44, the Forest of Death, since it was the only place they wouldn't chase him. Just before he makes it to the fence, a kunai pierces his right calf, making him immediately fall to the ground in pain. "Ahahahahaha," came the voice of a random chunin from the who threw the kunai. "Thought you could get away from us by running to the Forest of Death, huh, demon?" Naruto started sobbing from the kunai and being called a demon. "I am not a demon. I haven't done anything wrong. I just want to be left alone," Naruto yells after continuing to sob. "Ah, the demon wants to be left alone. Well, our families wanted to be left alone. The third's wife wanted to be left alone and the fourth Hokage wanted to be left alone, but instead of leaving them alone you killed them. So today we avenge them," shouted a random villager with a pitchfork as she stabbed Naruto in the abdomen, earning an ear-splitting cry of pain from Naruto as he passes out from the pain. For the next 15 minutes they continued to beat Naruto with weapons in hand until they were convinced he was dead. One of the Anbu assigned to guard Naruto picks him up and speeds off through the Forest of Death until he reaches a river deep within the forest and dumps his lifeless body next to the river. The Anbu then turns to leave before one of the large animals comes out for a snack. "Good riddance, demon," spat the Anbu as he left. As soon as the Anbu left, Naruto was enveloped in red chakra which started to heal his wounds. In Naruto's mindscape, "Man, first they nearly kill me, then they throw me in the sewer," said Naruto as he got up off the ground and started walking along the pipes of the sewer, hoping to find an exit. "I am so sick of going through all of this simply because these ignorant assholes want me to suffer. Once I get out of here, maybe I'll go find Gigi and ask if he can help me train so I can at least defend myself." "Why not ask me to train you? After all, I have protected you far more so than he has," came a booming voice from within the sewer. "Who said that?" replied Naruto as he did a 360 trying to find the source of the voice. "Over here, Kit." Naruto looks in front of himself to find 2 glowing red slit eyes behind a cage that has a giant piece of paper with the word "seal" on it. Something inside Naruto's head clicked. "So I finally get to meet you. I'm guessing I'm not in a sewer but in the seal on my gut." The voice was at a loss for words. "How did you know? I'm not as ignorant as those idiotic villagers. I know that being an entity composed entirely of chakra such as yourself, you can't be killed, and the only true way to deal with a rampaging tailed beast is to seal them inside a human, since no object is strong enough to hold that type of power. Combined with the way the villagers treat me, all you have to do is put 2 and 2 together." Wow, only 9 years old and already speaking so intelligently. If this child can get the proper training with this level of intelligence combined with the potential I'm sensing coming from him, he could not only surpass his parents but my old man as well, thought the fox. I always wanted to thank you for healing me whenever I had gotten hurt, whether it was from the villagers' beatings or any other type of injury, but I could never figure out how to communicate with you," spoke Naruto. "Well, you're here now and you're welcome. I think I should explain why I attacked the village." Naruto sat down preparing for a long story. "Now can you do me a favor and hold all your questions until I have finished?" Naruto nodded once in agreement. "I was in my previous container seal trying to sleep when I was ripped out of her seal by a man in a black cloak wearing a orange swirl mask with a Sharingan eye. He then placed a powerful genjutsu on me to control my actions and attack the village, but the fourth Hokage stopped him and decided to reseal me in you because in her weakened state the sealing process would have killed us both. As I was still under the effects of the genjutsu, I tried to kill you before the end of the sealing process, but my previous container and the fourth jumped in front to save you, then finished the sealing at the cost of their own lives, and the rest is history. Any questions?" "Who was your previous container?" asked Naruto. "Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze, the Red Death of the Leaf. But you may know her as Mom," replied the fox, socking the hell out of Naruto. They sat in silence while he processed this new information and calmed himself. "So my mom was the most famous kunoichi on the elemental nations outside of Tsunade Senju, and my father was Minato Namikaze, the greatest Hokage the Leaf has ever had and the fastest shinobi on the planet." Finally a calm Naruto said. "Yep, pretty much nailed it. I always wondered why our hair and eyes looked similar," thought Naruto. "Now about the training you wanted. I have a proposition for you. Link our senses together and change this place to something more hospitable." "Okay, so long as I don't have to let you out. Something tells me that if I let you out something terrible will happen to not only me and you but the village as well. Even though the villagers piss me off, there are a few people who are innocent. Besides, I don't want my first friend to be harmed." The Kyuubi chuckled at the remark, then replied, "Don't worry. I actually like being in here with you. Now to link our senses, all you have to do is rip a piece of the seal off, but don't tear off too much of the seal. We don't need too much of my chakra merging with yours. Too much too fast will kill you." Naruto nodded as he stands up and moves toward the cage where the fox's tail wrapped around Naruto to lift him up to the seal, where ripped off exactly a fifth of the seal before being lowered back to the ground. Before Naruto could speak, felt his insides being expanded by a strong warm energy. "I feel so warm and I feel as if my strength keeps continuously growing. I wonder why?" asked Naruto. "That's my chakra expanding your chakra coils. When it's done, seeing you already have extremely high chakra, your will be roughly equal to the of the four tails. Okay, it's under control. Now how do I change this place?" "Close your eyes and imagine whatever it is that you want to change it to." Naruto closed his eyes and immediately a bright light erupted throughout the room, which lasted for 3 minutes until Naruto opened his eyes again. Wow, it worked. Gone was the sewer, replaced with a mountain off to the distance. A large lake right next to small forest. Just outside of the forest was a large plain of 5-foot-high grass which the Kyuubi was already enjoying. Gone were the metal bars, replaced with trees that went on forever into the new sky. "Kit, this is better than anything I expected, thank you." "No problem. You deserve it after all the help you have provided me with. Now how do I get out of here so I can get some necessities from Gigi?" "Just concentrate on your body and you should wake up. But first let me tell you about some changes since linking our senses. I've made your body physically fit as well as made you a little taller. With our senses linked, your senses will be just as sharp as mine. You'll be able to sense negative emotions within a 2-mile radius. Now go see the old man and get everything you need so I can come up with a training regimen." "Alright, I'll see you later," said Naruto before fading away. Back in the Forest of Death, Naruto wakes up next to a river in the Forest of Death, feeling better than he ever has. As he stood up, he could feel the power in his arms and legs where he would struggle to get up before because of how weak and malnourished he was. Naruto walks to the river to get a look at his reflection in the water and was shocked at what he saw. Naruto had grown from about 4 foot 4 inches to about 4 foot 11 inches. Gone was his skinny frame and in its place were 2 strong arms. A somewhat chiseled bare chest with a 4-pack of abs. Going down to a pair of athletic-looking legs covered in a pair of tight black shorts.
"Wow. You made me taller and gave me a body fit for a ninja. Thanks, Kyuubi. Now I actually feel strong instead of pathetic because of my weak frame."
"No problem. All I did was pump chakra into your muscles to expand them as I was healing your body from the attack. Don't expect me to be able to maintain this body for you. You are going to have to train and eat right to maintain this form or improve it. This was the best result you could hope for, seeing you haven't trained and don't eat right. That's going to change right now. That's the right attitude, Kit. Oh, I want to tell you my true name, but I need you to promise not to reveal it to anyone. I promise not to reveal your name. Besides, a ninja's most dangerous weapon is deception. Exactly, but the reason I don't want you to reveal my name is because we tailed beasts use our true names as a code of trust. Only the most trustworthy has a right to know our names as well as use our full power, and I feel as though you are the most trustworthy person I have ever met. My name is Kurama. Thank you for putting your trust in me, Kurama. I promise to never betray that trust, replied Naruto as he began to walk slowly through the forest to get handle of his new senses, which he was quickly getting a hang of. After about 10 minutes of walking and getting used to his new sensing ability, Naruto felt a mass of chakra. But it felt different, almost as if it was calling out to him. Hey Kurama, do you feel that? Asked Naruto. Kit, whatever is giving off that chakra has enough of it to match me. Go see what it is because it is calling out to you, but be careful. Alright, let's hope this chakra signature isn't dangerous to me seeing as it is calling out to me, replied Naruto as he started walking a little faster towards the signature. After another 5 minutes of walking, Naruto arrives in front of a huge tree, feeling confused knowing the chakra wasn't coming from the tree. As he took a step forward, he falls through the ground. What the hell, said Naruto as he sat up before noticing a chest on a platform 10 feet away from him. Kit, that chest is what's giving of that chakra, go check it out but be careful. Naruto nodded as he walked up to the chest. As he placed a hand on the chest, it started to glow brightly before flinging itself open, producing an orb of light which was floating in front of a confused Naruto. Kurama, what should I do? Grab it but be prepared to run just in case. Naruto reached out to touch the orb. It started shining in a bright blinding light. Naruto's mindscape. Kurama, did you pull me here? Naruto asked as he looked around and his eyes landed on Kurama. No, Kit, replied Kurama before he felt a presence behind Naruto. Grr, who's there? Show yourself, calm yourself. I'm not here to harm anyone, spoke a mysterious voice before walking out from behind a random tree. Said person was about 6 feet 2 with shoulder-length black hair. He wore an black t-shirt, baggy black pants, black steel-toed boots and an high-collared black trench coat that reached his ankles. Who are you? What do you want, and how did you get here? Questioned Naruto as he took a couple of steps back into the seal to stand next to Kurama. My name is Sieg. I am here to serve my master, which is you, and I am a sentient being. Entering a plane such as this is second nature to me. Okay, I understand you being a sentient being and all, but how is the kid here your master? That actually goes back about 50 years and it's quite a long story if you are willing to listen? Both Kurama and Naruto nodded. Kurama sat on his hunches on the tall lush grass and swung his tails next to himself where Naruto laid back onto. Okay, 50 years ago the leader of the dragons had a vision that an Uzumaki would, with the help of the dragons, will have the opportunity to be known as the strongest entity throughout history by destroying a personified evil that resides in this world. So he decided that every year he, along with each dragon leader of the 4 elements they control, water, wind, lightning, and fire, would put as much power into the newly forged dragon sword in order for aid sword to balance out a power that the chosen Uzumaki would be granted. The dragon leaders along with the head dragon put as much power as possible into the blades until 10 years ago when the leader had another vision of you being born, Naruto. He placed the swords in an orb of energy knowing only the prophesied would be able to not only locate them but wield them as well. So is that why I felt as if something was calling out to me? And what do you mean only one to wield you? Asked Naruto. Yes, you felt something calling out to you because that was me calling out to my master when I sensed him nearby. As for why only you can wield me is because anyone who tried would get warning jolt of lightning, and if they keep being persistent, which could kill even the strongest of dragons. I'm glad that I was chosen to become your master, but I don't have that kind of power. I know you're not strong enough right now, but I plan on taking you to the realm of dragons where they will train you. Kit, if what he is saying is true, you need to do it. Dragons are the strongest being next to tailed beasts. Hell, their leader could probably push me to my limit. If you think I should, alright. Okay Sieg, we'll go, but I need a little time to go handle some things and I need you to do me a favor. Anything you need, master. Do you have a human form outside of my mind? Yes master. Alright, go to the center of the village and to the largest tower on the top floor, look for Hiruzen Sarutobi and explain only the need to know about the training, nothing about the dragons, yourself or Kurama here. Understood master, replied Sieg as he disappeared from view. Back in the hole in the forest of death in front of Naruto, the light stopped shining, and in front of him was a black guardless katana sword at 3.5 feet in length, midnight black in color, with a silver dragon wrapping around from the bottom of the sheath to the top of the sword sheath. The sword floated into Naruto's hand while a yellow energy floated out the sword and transformed into Sieg. "Okay Sieg, can you get us out of this hole so we can get back to the village?" "Yes master." 20 minutes later, just outside the training grounds. The large tower in the middle of the village is where the Hokage should be, but Sieg, remember, need to know basis. "Yes master, if you need me you can communicate to me through a mental link just like you do with Kurama," replied Sieg. "Okay. Oh, don't reveal Kurama's name to anyone. That's something he doesn't want revealed and I won't allow it to be revealed." "Yes master, I'll be on my way now," replied Sieg as he bowed and started towards the tower. 10 minutes later, Naruto was headed down a random alley to not be caught by the villagers on his way to see the Ichirakus and let them know that he was going to be gone for a few years, seeing as they were some of the only people who were nice to him. As he was about to turn down another alley to get to the ramen stand, Naruto heard the sound of someone yelling. "Get back here bitch," yelled 3 ninja who looked to be in their late 20s. Curious as to why they were yelling, Naruto to stealthily follow them. After about 10 minutes of chase, they ended up in a dead-end alley. Naruto, in an alley right next to them, decided to climb on top of the building to see what was going on, but what he saw pissed him off past the point of no return. 2 of the 3 men were holding down a girl no older than 13 years old while the other started to unbutton his pants. "You should be glad that we are willing to fuck you after all. Who would want a whore like you?" said the leader as he started walking towards the helpless girl. "Kit, don't let them do it. This is the most evil thing you humans do to each other, and you call me a demon." "I don't plan to, and whatever that is down there isn't human," thought Naruto in extreme anger as he jumped in front of the man before he could get any closer to the girl and middle kicked the man in the stomach, sending him back about 10 feet. Then as the other 2 tried to attack Naruto from behind, but with his heightened senses he felt them coming, a back flipped over them and immediately unsheathed his sword, revealing a 3.5-foot black blade within silver kanji was fire, lightning, water and wind going down the blade. As the rapist was getting up, he saw Naruto pointing his sword at the 2 men. "Leave now before I kill you where you stand," spoke Naruto in a demonic voice. If it's one thing that wouldn't stand for, it would be rape. Naruto's voice sent chills down their spines, but they shook it off, not wanting the child to know they were scared of him. "Kid, if you don't want to get hurt, I suggest you leave. Just because you are a child doesn't mean we won't kill you," spoke the rapist from 10 feet away. "If you take one step forward, I really will kill you," spoke Naruto with his one visible eye unwavering. "With a victim, I would be justified in killing you 3. Hell, I might even get a reward for expunging trash such as yourselves from the village." The 2 in front of Naruto started backing up, believing that he might just have the skill to actually kill them. "Hey, I'm out. I don't need this mess just for a piece of ass from the snake whore." "Me too. I have a wife and 2 kids at home. I don't need them finding out about this," spoke the 2 as they walked past the rapist. "Cowards, I'll handle this myself," said the rapist as he took out a kunai, but before he even took a step he noticed the look in Naruto's lone visible eye which made him question his very existence. "You know what? That whore isn't even worth it. You can have her, there are plenty of women I'd rather fuck anyway," spoke the rapist as he walked away, not wanting Naruto to know just how scared of him he truly was. Once he was gone, Naruto placed his sword back in the sheath before turning around to see if she was alright. When he turned around, she was already standing dusting herself off. The first thing Naruto noticed was how beautiful she was. She had smooth skin, not a blemish in sight, beautiful chocolate eyes, very kissable pink lips, long spiky purple hair done into a fan-style ponytail. She was wearing a black shirt which did nothing to hide her still-growing B-cup breasts, a pair of tight white shorts that insinuated her still-growing body, a pair of knee-length black socks that made her legs look even longer, and a pair of black ninja sandals. Breaking from his observation, he finally spoke. "Are you okay?" "Oh, yes, thank you for the help. Usually Nai-chan is with me so they don't bother me, but she is on a mission now. By the way, I'm Anko Mitarashi," spoke as she extended her hand. Naruto took her hand and placed a small kiss on the back of it. "Well, Anko-chan, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. You don't have to thank me, I would have done so for any woman. Women are flowers meant to be preserved, not manhandled for some momentary pleasure," said Naruto as he had to look up at the now blushing girl, seeing as she was about 4 inches taller than him. After Naruto released her hand, she smirked at him devilishly as she took a step forward and took her index finger and ran it from his chest to his hair to move it out of the way so she could see his face. "Look, this handsome little sweet devil. Keep talking like that and maybe I'll make you my boyfriend when you get older, though I am not sure if you're strong enough," said Anko, thinking her teasing would make him blush. "Alright. You seem nice enough and you are extremely beautiful. If you'll have me, I'd be honored to be your boyfriend," spoke Naruto seriously with a genuine smile plastered across his face. He thought I was serious. I don't want to hurt his feeling. Boot, what the heck, he looks like when grows up he'll have no competition in the looks department. Okay, if you promise me you will grow up to become strong, I see no problem reserving the spot as my future boyfriend for you. Alright, I'll promise to be strong only if you promise me something. She raised an eyebrow at that. And what is that? Don't become any more beautiful. I don't want to have to kill half the men in the village so they keep their eyes and hands to themselves. Anko chuckles as she pulls Naruto into a tight hug, smashing his face into her still developing breasts. You're just so cute, you know that. But I can't promise you that because I plan on becoming the sexiest woman in the elemental nations, but I can promise to wait for you. Come claim me. Okay, it's a promise then, said Naruto before Anko lifted his chin and gave him an innocent kiss on the lips, then said, deal. Anko-chan, I'm going to be leaving the village to train for about 6 years to start my training. So I won't be able to see you during that time period, but I will keep my promise, spoke a blushing Naruto. Why do you have to leave the village? Why not just go to the academy like everybody else, replied a confused Anko. Because I'm pretty much hated in the village for something out of my control and would probably be sabotaged from day one in the academy. Oh, I know how you feel because of my old teacher turning rogue and this seal on me that no one seems to be able to break, like I have any control over what happened, said Anko as she pulled down the collar of her shirt to reveal the mark. Kit, I have seen that seal before. It corrupts the mind with a false belief of power and loyalty to the caster, but don't worry, that marking around it keeps the seal from being anything other than a mark. Anko-chan says no one has been able to remove it. You wouldn't happen to know how to, would you? Yes, I do, but you have to have a massive amount of chakra, which you do. Really good chakra control and advanced understanding of sealing jutsu, which, seeing as who your parents are, you should take to like a fish to water. So instead of telling her that you can remove it, just tell your mate you will have a surprise for her upon your return. Naruto smiled at this, knowing he would be able to help Anko out. Hey, Anko-chan, if you truly make good on our deal, I will have a surprise for you once I return. Oh, a surprise? What is it? Anko asked excitedly. I can't tell you, otherwise it won't be a surprise. Alright. You just make sure it's something good. Well, I should be getting home, I have a mission tomorrow, said Anko before she leaned down and kissed Naruto once more. Remember, if you make good on our deal, you can get that everyday Ru. 2. Kun, whispering sweetly in Naruto's ear. See you in 6 years, and don't forget my surprise, I'll be waiting for it, as she walked out of the alley. Okay, let's go see Oji-san and Ine-chan before I have to leave, Naruto spoke to himself as he prepared to leave until he felt a hand on his shoulder forcing him to turn around. Going somewhere, Naruto-kun? Crow-ni-san? Naruto asked as the black-haired Anbu nodded, making Naruto hug the Anbu around his waist. The crow-masked Anbu wrapped one arm around Naruto as he used the other to ruffle his hair. Where were you, Naruto-kun? I have been looking for you for over 2 years now, the Anbu asked as looked down at the blonde who was still hugging him. I was kicked out of the orphanage almost 3 years ago, Naruto told him while trying to hold back tears, though the pain was evident in his voice. Why didn't you look for me or go to Hokage-sama? Naruto just gripped onto the Anbu a little harder. I didn't want to be a burden. Neither me or Hokage-sama have ever thought of you as a burden, so if we don't think of you as one, I need you not to think of yourself in that light either, okay? The blonde nodded while still holding onto the Anbu. Now why don't we go see Hokage-sama? Naruto shook his head. No, why not? Naruto mumbled under his breath. What was that? Because I am leaving and I don't want him to stop me. What do you mean you're leaving? You're 9 years old. I have to. The people of this village will end my life if I don't. You and Gigi can only do so much to protect me, Naruto said as he stepped back from the Anbu while looking him in the eye with an serious expression. But where will you go? I can't tell you that, but I know it's the best thing for me, the Anbu sighed. Alright, just promise you will be safe. I promise, alright. Since this seems to be what you think is best for you. He leaned down after removing his mask, revealing his handsome face. He had onyx eyes under which were long, pronounced tear troughs. He had jet black hair that was pulled back in a low ponytail and his face was framed with center-parted bangs that extended to his chin. But remember, this Itachi Uchiha is always on your side. He poked Naruto in the forehead with his index and middle fingers, making Naruto flinch. OWW. When he looked up, Itachi was gone. Thank you and goodbye, Itachi ni, the blonde spoke to himself as he left the ally. 1 hour later, after a long lecture from Ayame and a long hug goodbye, Naruto was on his way back to the training grounds to meet up with Sieg. Hey Sieg, how did he take it? He didn't get too angry, did he? No master, he didn't get angry at all. He was actually happy because he didn't think he would be able to find a competent teacher willing to teach you. He also gave me something's left to you by your parents. I sealed everything in this scroll. You can go through everything after we meet with the dragon leader, replied Sieg as he tossed Naruto the scroll, then outstretched his hand, in which a large purple portal opened in front of said hand. After you, master, said Sieg as Naruto walks through the portal with Sieg in tow. Dragon Realm. The Dragon's Realm was a mountain terrain and in the center there was a large city buildings made of stone. In the sky there were dragons flying all over, all which looked as if they were the size of Kurama himself. Towards the east of the city was an large ocean. To say Naruto was flabbergasted would be an understatement. Wow, it's so beautiful. I'm sure the dragons appreciate your praise of their home. For now let's go meet with the leader, master, retorted Sieg. 15 minutes later they were standing in front of stone double doors, each door being 10 feet high and 7 foot wide. Sieg opened the doors and the first thing Naruto noticed was the size of the room, which was the size of a tenth of the leaf. In the center of the room was a large man standing at about 8 feet, dressed in black. He had long straight black hair. He had charcoal black eyes, a cross-shaped tattoo under his eye and a set of large black wings on his back. He had 2 people standing on each side him. They looked exactly like him, only they didn't have the tattoo, and their cloths, hair, eyes and wings matched the color for their element. Red for fire, royal blue for lightning, baby blue for water and white for wind. We were expecting you. I see you have finally found your master, Sieg, spoke towering black-haired man. Yes, after all those years of waiting he finally found me, spoke Sieg. And what would your name be, young master? Asked the Black Dragon leader. I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, replied Naruto as he bowed towards the dragons in human form. Nice to meet you, Naruto-sama. We are the leaders of the elemental dragons. This one to my right is Haja, leader of the wind dragons. To the right of him that is Julius, leader of the lightning dragons. To my left is Burial, leader of the water dragons. To his left is Crimson, leader of the fire dragons, and I am Jigen, leader of all dragons, as well as the only dragon capable of using all 4 elements. It's a pleasure to meet you, Naruto-sama, as they all spoke in union. Naruto-sama, as our master you are going to need to sign our summoning contract, spoke Jigen as he kneeled down in front of Naruto and opened the scroll for him to sign. How do I sign it? Asked Naruto, looking for something to write with. Jigen pulled out a small knife and handed it to Naruto. Just cut your finger and write your name in blood. Naruto nodded and signed the contract. This moss made the dragon leaders happy, since they haven't had a summoner since the Uzumaki clan was wiped out. I want you to know I only plan on training here for 6 years before I return to my village, but I will return periodically after my 6 years of training is up, spoke Naruto. If you don't mind my asking, why only 6 years? Asked Jigen. Because of a promise I made to someone and I don't want them waiting any longer than absolutely necessary, so I want you to push me past my limit to make me as strong as inhumanly possible, said Naruto with a flare of determination, which shocked them, never before meeting a human this determined. If that's your wish we will oblige, they all spoke in union once again. We can begin tomorrow, Yoruichi, called Jigen as the doors opened to reveal a purple-haired, dark-skinned teenaged beauty, wearing a tight-fitting black dress showing off her budding womanly curves. You called Jigen-sama, replied Yoruichi. Yes, show the young master here to the master bedroom and make sure he gets something to eat, and Naruto-sama, we will make a training regime for you tomorrow. Yes, and thank you. Sieg, you can turn back into your sword form. Yes, master, replied Sieg as he turned back into the yellow energy and returned to the sword Naruto's hand. Naruto bowed before following Yoruichi to his room. They arrived at a pair of large oak wood double doors. Yoruichi opened the doors, presenting the room to Naruto. The room was large. There was an king-sized bed with a ceiling, 2 oak wood dressers, a sliding glass door leading to a balcony which was covered in white silk curtains. The door next to the bed leads to a fully equipped walk-in closet and the door across from here leads to the master bathroom. Why don't find some clothes and get cleaned up while I go get you something to eat? Is there anything specific you would like me to bring? If you can sushi would be nice. Okay. Naruto-sama I shall return, spoke as she left the room.
Naruto thinking that a shower sounded great since he only ever bathed in a river in the forest of death. Naruto looks through the dressers only finding socks and underclothes, so walks into the closet and sees nothing but high-class suits.
Isn't there anything normal in here? Ah, here we go, spoke Naruto as he found a pair of black cargo shorts and a plain white t-shirt. Naruto walks into the most beautiful bathroom he ever dreamed possible. Marble tile floors, a glass door shower, marble sink, golden shower head and faucet. Shaking his thoughts on the beauty of the bathroom, he hops in the shower to get of the dirt and grime off his body. While in the shower he grabs a bottle of shampoo and washes his hair as well. Naruto gets out of the shower and puts on his boxers and black cargo shorts, deciding to leave the shirt off until he finds a blow dryer to dry his hair. They have everything but a blow dryer, said Naruto as he went through the bathroom's linen closet. Naruto-sama I have your dinner, is there anything else you require, spoke Yoruichi from outside the bathroom. Actually there is. I need a blow dryer for my hair. There wouldn't happen to be one in here, would there? Yes, there is one at the top of the closet. Would you like me to help you with your hair? Yes, if you don't mind, said Naruto as Yoruichi walks into the bathroom and grabs the blow dryer, then ushers Naruto to a chair located in front of a dresser with a mirror attachment. As Yoruichi stated drying Naruto's hair, he decided to ask her something that's been on his mind. Hey Yoruichi, can I ask you a question? Sure Naruto-sama? Okay, first of all, could you not refer to me as Sama? I'm not really one for formalities, especially seeing as you are older than me. Yoruichi smiled at the remark. She agreed with Naruto, she only used horrifics because of Jigen. Sure Naruto-kun. Don't take this the wrong way, but are you a dragon as well? I wanted to ask because you don't seem to give of the same aura the other dragons do, nor do you have wings like the others. This made Reina chuckle. No Naruto-kun, I am not. During one of Master Jigen's visits outside he found me abandoned as an infant and has raised me to serve you once you were found. You know I don't really need a servant, but how about we change the role he wanted you to play in my life slightly? What do you have in mind Naruto-kun? I grew up shunned, so I'd much rather have an beautiful older sister than I would a servant. What do you say? Yoruichi stopped drying his hair and hugged him from behind and placed a small kiss on his cheek which made him flush bright red. I'd love to have a cute little brother. Thank you Naruto-kun, spoke a happy Yoruichi as she rubbed her cheek against Naruto's. Not that I don't like the attention Ne-chan, can you finish drying my hair please? No problem little bro. 30 minutes later, after the newly formed brother and sister finished with Naruto's grooming and dinner, Yoruichi left Naruto alone to rest up. Master, are you going to go through your inheritance? It would be wise to do it tonight so you can have an idea of what you want to add to your regimen to maximize the training. Sieg from inside Naruto's mind. Thank you Sieg, I almost forgot about the scroll, replied Naruto as he grabbed the scroll out of his previous pair of pants. Naruto unraveled the scroll then laid it on the bed before channeling a little chakra into said scroll, which produced 3 small scrolls and 2 large scrolls. Master, the first of the small scrolls is from the Hokage. The other 2 are from your parents. The bigger scrolls are the jutsu libraries from the Uzumaki and Namikaze families respectively. Thanks Sieg, I guess I'll start with this one, said Naruto as he reached for a. Naruto opens the first scroll, which was written by Hiruzen. Dear Naruto, first and foremost I want to apologize to you for hiding your heritage from you. I'm not asking for forgiveness, only understanding. Your father asked that your heritage be hidden from you until you were strong enough, because of the number of enemies he and your mother had accumulated over their time as ninjas. I agreed to let Sieg train you because I believe you would have been hindered in your training, and Sieg had a look of determination to make you strong. To help with your training I left a seal at the end of the letter with 2 jutsus you would make useful with your large chakra reserves. The Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Exploding Clone Jutsu. I believe these will help you more than you know, and with your large chakra you could maximize their potential. Be safe, I expect you to come back, shattering my expectation of you, and I am setting the bar extremely high. I have also left you history books, etiquette for ninja and books on ninja basics. Hiruzen Sarutobi, 3rd Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves. Thank you grandfather, I intend to surpass you and all my predecessors. Just wait, I'll ensure you have a peaceful retirement. Naruto unsealed a huge stack of books and placed them on the dresser to read later. He then grabs the small scroll which contains the Namiya's clan symbol of an eagle on it and opened it. To my son, Naruto, as I sit here knowing that I have to leave my newborn son alone without a mother's love or a father's guidance, I am filled with grief and sorrow, but I know this is something that must be done. I don't know if you will hate me or not, but please know that there was no other way to stop the Kyuubi other than to seal him within you, my son. Though it will cost me my soul, it is my duty to protect my home, but infinitely more so as I wanted to protect the village. I wanted to protect my son even if I have to place this burden on you. I want you to know I have informed Sarutobi that I want you to be seen as a hero, but I have taken precautionary steps in case they do the opposite and treat you like the host of the One Tails in the Sand Village. I have decided to activate the Namikaze bloodline within you earlier than it ever has been. Usually it's activated after the child has access to its chakra, but since we Namikaze have kept this bloodline secret, as in no one will know how to. Inside the Namikaze scroll will explain the bloodline. I hope you never give up, Naruto. I hope that no matter how hard things get, you will always have a smile on your face and see the light in the darkness. I also hope that you will forgive me for what I have done to you, for I have placed the village above my own flesh and blood. I pray to the gods that I have made the right decision and whatever pain and suffering you endure will be worth it to you in the end. Minato Namikaze, 4th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. The Yellow Flash and greatest title of them all, your father. At the end of the letter, Naruto could no longer hold back his tears as he thought about how much his father loved him and just how much Naruto wanted to make his father proud of him. Dad, if it's one thing you can rest easy on is that I do not hate you. All I wanted was to know you loved me, and now a fraction of your love was even more than I could have hoped for. Kid, are you going to be alright? Yes, it's just that even in my wildest dreams did I think someone could love me this much. Kid, I don't even think I could grasp the love they had for you. Watching how happy they were when Kushina found out she was pregnant, I have never seen two happier people throughout my existence. Were they really that happy when they found out? More than happy, they were ecstatic. If you read your mother's letter, I think you might understand a little more. Naruto nods and grabs a small scroll with the Uzumaki clan symbol and begins to read. My darling Naruto, if you are reading this, then I am dead, succeeding in helping your father seal the Kyuubi into you. I tried to reason with him, Naruto. I tried to get him to reseal him back into me, or at least let me use the demon-consuming seal, but he can be such a damn idealist at times. I think he wants to believe there is good in the villagers even if he knows it's a lie. Yes, I know what they call me behind my back, demon whore. Was the blood I spilled for them not enough? Is the village truly so hopeless that they cannot find it within themselves to be happy and supporting of others? If anything, my son, believe that I know what you are going through. This has probably never been told to you, but you are not the first host of the Kyuubi. You are actually the third and my successor, Jinchuriki. I am so sorry that this had to happen, my darling. If it weren't for that ninja, I would still be alive, raising you along with your father, and the Kyuubi would have been inside me until I was well into my years, surrounded by my grandchildren. My son, I didn't want to leave you helpless, but our bloodline, the Rinnegan, can only be activated when we are strong enough. As I can't activate your bloodline now, as in the strain of it will kill you. Tell the Kyuubi that as a last favor from me to activate your bloodline for me. Above all else, my Naruto, remember that I do love you no matter what choices you make. You are the son that I have carried, and every day was a blessing as I felt you grow. I have no doubts that you will make me proud, whether you are a child prodigy or the village pariah. Take care, oh child of mine. Spread your wings and fly as high as you can. Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze. Naruto had started crying harder than he has ever cried. As he cried, he had only one question on his mind: why? Yoruichi, hearing Naruto cry, decided to see what was wrong with her new brother. Naruto-kun, what's wrong? As Yoruichi was trying to comfort Naruto, Sieg took his human form to explain the situation to Yoruichi, knowing Naruto wouldn't be able to. Master has read letters left to him by his parents, and it seems to be too overwhelming to know how much his parents really loved him. So that's what it is, thought Yoruichi as she climbed into the bed to pull Naruto into a comforting hug. I'll take it from here, Sieg, said Yoruichi as Sieg returned to his sword form, leaning against the far end wall. It will be all right, Naruto. I know tea is a lot to take in, but I am here for you and I won't leave you, said Yoruichi as he pushed Naruto into her soft but still developing breasts and stroked his long golden locks. Hearing this makes Naruto cry even harder before wrapping his arms around Yoruichi's waist. Yoruichi smiles down at Naruto before she asks, "Would you like me to sleep with you tonight, Naruto-kun?" Unable to find his voice, he just nods between her breasts. "Okay, let me up so I can change out of this dress and I will be right back, alright?" Naruto lets Yoruichi up as she leaves to change. Then Naruto hear Kurama in his head. "I know, Kit. Let it out and let Yoruichi help you. You don't have to say anything, we can talk about the contents of the letter tomorrow, just let your sister help you tonight." Without a word, Naruto gets up and places the scrolls and books on the dresser, then puts on his shirt to get ready for bed. As he finished, Yoruichi walks in wearing a white button-down shirt and black spats. Yoruichi climbs into the bed and ushers Naruto to do the same and returns to his previous position of his head between her breasts and arms wrapped around her waist. Yoruichi smiles and leans down to place a kiss on his forehead. "May you have nothing but sweet dreams. I will be here for you and I love you, Naruto-kun." "Thank you for being here and I love you to Oni-chan," replied Naruto as they both drifted off to sleep. 7 a.m. the next morning, the sun shone in through the large window, illuminating the entire room and disturbing the sleeping siblings. As the young blonde turned his head, he felt what he would describe as two big marshmallows. Naruto startled himself and hopped to the other side of the bed. "Man, I forgot Yoruichi slept with me. I'm going to have to get used to human contact as I sleep." "Kit, are you okay now?" "Yay. What Yoruichi did for me last night really helped me get a handle on my emotions." "Well, I'm glad she seems to really care for you. That Anko girl might have a little competition, huh, Kit?" That got a light blush out of Naruto. "Hey, you know Yoruichi is nothing but a sister to me, so quit teasing me." "Ahahahaha. Sorry Kit, it's just really fun to mess with you, though I am glad you are feeling better. Now, in reference to your mother's letter about the Rinnegan. I had already planned on giving it to you, but not until you have decent chakra control and Chunin level taijutsu. I see no problem with that. Beside, I will worry about that later. I need to go through the Uzumaki and Namikaze libraries so I can maximize these 6 years of training." Just as Naruto finished his conversation with Kurama, Yoruichi woke up to see Naruto sitting on the opposite side of the bed, lost in thought. "Naru-kun, are you alright?" "Huh? Oh. Yeah, I was just thinking about the training I'm going to be starting pretty soon." Yoruichi pulls Naruto over to her to have him sitting in her lap with her chin rested on his head and arms wrapped around his chest. "Are you nervous, Naru-kun?" "No, not nervous, just thinking about the things my parents left me that they want me to train myself in." "Don't worry about it, I'm sure you will be able to learn everything your parents left for you and make them proud. After all, there is nothing the child of prophecy and my little brother can't do," spoke a smiling Yoruichi. "Now why don't I go and get you some breakfast while you finish up before you have to meet with Jigen and the others a little later this morning?" "Thank you, I'd really like that, Ne-chan," replied Naruto as Yoruichi got up and left the room. Naruto was next to get out of bed as he walked over to the dresser and grabbed the 2 giant scrolls and sat back on the bed with the 2 scrolls in front of him. Naruto decides to go through the Namikaze scroll first. He bites his thumb, drawing a little blood, and swipes it across the Namikaze clan symbol, then channels some chakra into the scroll to unlock it. As Naruto unraveled the scroll, he noticed 7 seals with a description under each scroll. Under the first seal was taijutsu, under the second was bloodline, third was lightning, fourth was wind, fifth was Rasengan, sixth was sealing, and last was flying thunder god. Let me read through the bloodline first to see how it should be trained, thought Naruto out loud as he released the seal, which produced a scroll entitled Namikaze Bloodline. The Namikaze Bloodline consists of 3 parts. The first part of the bloodline is the ability to see fast-moving objects. It's an ability similar to the Uchiha's Sharingan but without the ability to steal jutsu. The second part of the bloodline is increased intelligence provided by photographic memory. The third part of the bloodline is lightning chakra running through our system, which make the Namikaze the fastest clan known to the elemental nations. Naruto, if you are reading this, then that means Sarutobi has given you your inheritance. Your bloodline is already active. I place a small seal on your forehead to prevent you from using the abilities until you are ready. Now simply channel a small amount of chakra into your finger and place it above your left eye. Same as you would to open a simple storage scroll, and that will break the seal and allow your Namikaze abilities to return to you. Naruto wordlessly did as the scroll says and used what little control of his chakra he had and channeled chakra into his index finger, then moved his hair out of the way to apply said chakra to the area above his left eye. As soon as Naruto broke the seal, all hell broke loose as he started producing enough lightning chakra to put the Raikage's lightning armor to shame. What hell? The scroll didn't say anything about this. Kit, calm down. I think because the seal held your power back for so long, the lightning chakra just kept getting stronger and stronger until now when you released it. So what now? Do you think there are any side effects that could handicap me later? No, Kit, quite the opposite. From what I am sensing, the seal has actually improved your bloodline. How so, Kurama? Well, from what I can tell, the amount of lightning chakra you are able to control alone is going to make you legendary, and there seems to have been an improvement in the speed you are going to be capable of using, as well as an improvement to your ability to see fast-moving objects. Wait for the lightning to settle down and you shall be able to feel the improvements yourself. As if on cue, after the lightning settled, Naruto started feeling the effect of his bloodline. He felt so fast, as if he could run from the forest of death to the Hokage town in a literal blink of an eye. Because of his vision, time felt as if it had slowed, so Naruto spent the next couple of minutes getting used to his newly activated bloodline. Okay, that's better, I am getting used to it now, said Naruto as sat back on the bed and decided to unseal the seals portion of the main scroll, which produced 10 books which looked to be about 500 or more pages long each, and each book had a level to them, such as Level 1, Level 2, and ECT. Kit, those are books on sealing. Level 1 is for beginners who want to learn sealing and Level 10 is for seal masters. Okay. Need to make it a priority to read these whenever I am not physically training, seeing as sealing is the more complicated of the ninja arts. Ha! Kit, sealing runs in your blood. I wouldn't be surprised if you took more to seals better than you do ninjutsu. Maybe, Kurama, but I don't want to underestimate any of the training I plan on putting myself through, because underestimation can be the key to life and death. Well said, Kit. With an attitude like that, you are on the right path to surpassing your parents.
Naruto just smiled at the compliment and started to go through the Uzumaki library. He repeated the process, swiped some blood across the seal and channeled chakra until the scroll unlocked. Similar to the previous scroll, it has 5 seals with a description underneath. First was taijutsu, second was kenjutsu, third was fire, fourth was water, and last was sealing. Naruto broke the last seal and 5 books appeared that had level 11 to 15 on them.
Hey, Kurama, I thought there were only 10 levels to sealing. No, in actuality there are 15, it's just only truly elite Uzumaki seem to be able to even begin to understand the final 5 levels of sealing. So it's only been known for elite Uzumaki to go past level 10, interesting. Kid, I know what you are thinking. Leave the final 5 levels for when you get back to the village, because those seals are going to be time-consuming, time we don't have, every second is precious. You're right. Besides, I need to read the books the old man left me before I can even get started on sealing. Knock. Knock. Come in. In walks Yoruichi wearing a red version of the black dress she had on previously, pushing a cart full of food. I hope I didn't interrupt your reading, Naru-kun. Not at all. What's for breakfast, sis? Yoruichi lifts the plate cover to reveal 2 pancakes, 2 sausage links, 2 strips of bacon, scrambled eggs, and a tall glass of orange juice. Enjoy, Naru-kun. I would have eaten with you, but Jigen has some things he needs me to take care of, spoke Yoruichi as she headed for the door. Oh, Jigen and the others say they will meet with you at noon. Alright, I ready then, okay, see you later, Naru-kun, as she left. Time skip 11:45 AM. During the time while Naruto waited for the noon meeting, he finished all the books on history and ninja etiquette Sarutobi left him, as well as started reading the ninja basics. Knock. Knock. Come in. As Yoruichi came in, she noticed Naruto sitting on the bed with books and scrolls scattered all across the bed. Naru-kun, did you read all those scrolls and books? Yeah. Except these last 2 books on ninja basics. I already knew Naru-kun was intelligent, but to read all those books in just over 4 hours makes me wonder just how smart he will be by the time he finishes his training. Naruto, it is almost time for the meeting, so why don't you go put on some clothes so I can escort you there? Sure, spoke Naruto as he hopped off the bed and followed Yoruichi into the walk-in closet. Yoruichi pulled out black Anbu pants, a black t-shirt, a white button-down shirt, and black ninja sandals. After Naruto got dressed and grabbed his sword, they found themselves inside of the dragon leader's chambers. Ah, Naruto-sama, have you gotten acclimated to your new surroundings? Asked Jigen. Yes, Yoruichi, Nate-chan has helped me tremendously. That's nice to hear, but on to business, we have decided on your training schedule, spoke Crimson. That's okay, but I might have add in some additional things I want to be trained in as well as a couple of things that I need to ask of you all. That is fine Naruto-sama. But I need to explain some things before we get into your training regime, Jagan said, making Naruto nod his head in a silent agreement. Now as you have been chosen by Sieg, multiple things will happen to your body. First, your body will develop its own pool of energy that we use called mana. Second, each dragon master here with the exception of me holds an ancient spirit that they will each give to Sieg, who will then slowly pass on to you. They will grant you powers and techniques that only you will be able to use. And then there are these, he informed Naruto while holding up two black gauntlets with a diamond-like crystal embedded in the center of each gauntlet. These gauntlets will be the tools that helps you master senjutsu, but only once your body is fully ready, but we need you to wear them as much as possible. They will attune to your body to help you in the future, Jigen said as he handed Naruto the gauntlets. As he put them on, the diamonds glowed, making the gauntlets shrink to fit his body, and just like with Sieg, he could sense some of its power, but he put it to the back of his mind as he turned his attention back to the Dragon Masters. How are you going to help me with anything chakra related if you yourselves don't use it? Naruto asked the 5 Dragon Masters. We are able to use our mana as a medium and convert our mana into chakra, something we have done for over 100 years, giving us complete understanding of how chakra works. Naruto again nodded his head in understanding. Now as for your training regime, it shall break down like this. I shall be in charge of your physical fitness. I'll also teach you the basics of our taijutsu and kenjutsu styles, the dance of the dragon, as well as mana and chakra control, spoke Jigen. I will teach you the taijutsu and kenjutsu styles, the dance of the scorching dragon and control of fire chakra and mana, spoke Crimson. I will teach you taijutsu and kenjutsu styles, the dance of the flowing dragon, control of water chakra and mana, spoke Burial. I will teach you taijutsu and kenjutsu styles, the dance of the slicing dragon and control of wind chakra and mana, spoke Haja. I will teach you taijutsu and kenjutsu style, the dance of the surging dragon and control of lighting chakra and mana, spoke Julius. That covers most of what I need to learn, as I can teach myself ninjutsu after I learn control of elemental chakra. I need someone to help me learn sealing techniques, if any one of you is a seal master, that is, spoke Naruto. Out of all the dragons I am the only seal master, and I will be glad to help you learn sealing, spoke Jigen. Lastly, I need you guys to set up spy networks in every village, and I want monthly reports of what's going on in each village, said Naruto in a serious tone. No problem, we shall have a spies in every village within the week. As the day is still young, before we get started on your training to push you past your limit as you requested, we need you to hold out Sieg, Jigen said, to which Naruto complied. 4 of the Dragon Masters formed a squared circle around him while they held out a hand as orbs of glowing energy formed. Julius held an glowing pink orb. Haja held an glowing yellow orb. Burial held an glowing light blue orb, and Crimson held an glowing black reddish orb. The orbs left the dragon's hands flying and circling around Naruto before shooting into the sword. The sword glowed a faint white before the light died down. I can feel the power just rolling off of Sieg in waves. Now I believe we can get started, but we must warn you, we will break you over and over, Jigen spoke. I expect nothing less, so shall we, replied a smiling Naruto. Time skip 5 years. In the dragon realm there were dragons flying over the mountains, except in one area where there was a lethal amount of lightning being produced. This production of lightning wasn't coming from the sky, but the Jinchuriki to the 9-tailed demon fox Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As the lightning cleared, it revealed an 14-year-old Naruto standing at 5 feet 10. He was shirtless, showing off a chest that made ninja in the best shape jealous. He was wearing black ninja sandals, Anbu-style pants with black tape wrapped around the ankles and black gauntlets around his forearms. His hair still made him look like a golden blonde Madara. His hair now reached the middle of his back. His face had taken a more angular shape like his father. He had 3 whisker marks on each cheek. The biggest difference Naruto had since the beginning of his training was his eyes, which were now a solid base color of sapphire with a ripple-like pattern. Yes, this was the Rinnegan. Over the past 5 years Naruto's growth had been astonishing. He was already a seal master. He mastered all 5 basic elemental chakra natures along with the sub-elements. He became extremely proficient in taijutsu with a multitude of styles. His chakra control was far better than one would assume considering his reserves, but because of that he couldn't perform genjutsu very well, but genjutsu was ineffective on him. His mana pool nearly rivaled his chakra, but he had trouble controlling at times. He even learned that the spirits gave him additional source of power that fueled a set of skills called Kido. Well done Naruto-sama, you have now become a lightning dragon master, as I have nothing left to teach you, spoke Julius. Thank you Julius-sensei. I never thought I would finish my training with you all as soon as I did. But that only means I have a year to perfect my father's Thunder God technique and get a better handle of my Rinnegan abilities, replied Naruto. Walked over to pick up his swords. Your use of the Shadow Clone Jutsu sped your training along faster than I thought possible. I know, I am really going to have to thank my grandfather for giving me the scroll for that jutsu. As Naruto looked up, a small light blue dragon, known as a water dragon, which was about 3 feet in length. The dragon looked like a blue limbless alligator with wings. The incoming dragon wrapped around Naruto's neck as Naruto petted him on his head while the dragon leaned into his hand. How are you doing today Naruto-sama? Spoke the small dragon. I am doing great, finally finished their training. Do you have something for me today, Bis? Yes, Yoruichi received the monthly report from your spy network and sent me to get you to go over the report. Alright, Julius-sensei, as you can see I must go, and thanks again for training me, spoke Naruto as he bowed to his sensei before disappearing in a yellow flash. If he learns how to use that in battle with the skills he already has, then Lord help whoever makes an enemy out of Naruto-sama. In Naruto's room, Yoruichi was sitting at a desk in Naruto's room going through the monthly reports. She had really matured over the past 5 years, going from a budding 14-year-old girl to a beautiful, sexy 19-year-old woman. She was now standing at 5 feet 6. She had filled out as a woman with her curves. Her breasts grew from B cups to mid-D cups. Her body was toned from her own training. She had plump thighs and an ass that begged to be smacked. Naruto appeared in a yellow flash next to the desk where there was a Hiraishin kunai located. Ah! What have I told you about doing that, Naruto? You aren't going to be satisfied until I die of a heart attack, are you? Said Yoruichi while clutching at her heart. This earned a chuckle from Naruto as he walked over and hugged his sister. You know I love you too much to see you hurt. Besides, I didn't know you were sitting at the desk, and this is the easiest way to travel, right Bis? Asked Naruto. Bis started to rub his cheek up against Yoruichi's cheek. Don't be mad at Naruto-sama, he is right. It helps when you can travel any amount of distance in the blink of an eye. Yoruichi just sighed and rubbed Bis' head. I'm not mad at him, I just wish he would stop doing that. Now on to why I told you to come here even though you were in the middle of your training. Yoruichi walked over to the desk and picks up a stack of papers. Do you want the less problematic reports first, or do you want the more problematic? Let's go with the less problematic, said Naruto as he crossed his arms over his still bare chest and leaned on the wall next to the desk. First off, there seems to be an issue with the Cloud Village and the Leaf Village. From what I understand, there was already an issue. Did something happen to escalate the animosity the two hold for each other? Well, according to the report, the council, without permission from the Ryokage, added a secondary mission to a mission the Ryokage had already approved of, which was to send a peace treaty to the Leaf Village. What was the secondary mission? I don't think you are going to like this, but the secondary mission was to kidnap the little sister of the Hyuga heiress and put her in the breeding program so they may have a bloodline. The worst part of it, though, is that she is only 7 years old. Naruto was fuming. He hated the thought of rape, but these monsters took it a step further by wanting to do that to a child. Naruto grabbed his sword, prepared to kill everyone in Cloud if need be. Calm down, Naru-kun. I already know what you are thinking, and that won't be necessary, as the Raikage has killed the entire council himself after he found out after the failure of said mission, though there was a casualty on the side of the Leaf. Before the council was killed, they demanded as compensation they get the body of who killed their ninja, thinking it was the clan head who killed him, not knowing it was actually his twin brother who did it. They promised war if the Leaf didn't comply. Also, they thought they could at least get a pair of the Byakugan eyes. Though they were wrong, because of a special seal placed on the branch family called the caged bird seal, which enslaves them as well as destroy their eyes when die. Calming himself, Naruto replied, well, at least they didn't get away with it. Though because of this both sides suffered casualties because of power-hungry individuals. At some point I think I'll visit the Cloud, but not for a while. They are still on edge after having the council killed. What's on the next report? Yoruichi started to flip through the reports to find the next one. Well, in the Sand Village it would seem their Jinchuriki Gara of the sand has been treated as bad as you were, and the seal which is used to hold the one-tailed raccoon dog is only a simple storage seal, and the Biju is making him go insane by making him think he needs to kill to prove his existence. Kid, I know my brother Shukaku, and what she says is true. He enjoys driving others to be as crazy as he is. I think I may go to the Sand Village before I make my way back to the Leaf. If he is truly being driven insane, he is going to need my help. Yoruichi just smiled at her little brother. Yoruichi just loved Naruto's caring side. Yoruichi's eyes widened when she read a report from the Leaf that she overlooked. Naruto, a report I seem to overlook from the Leaf shows that one of the council leaders has been working behind the scenes of a lot of crimes, including giving top-secret information to a missing ninja known as Orochimaru the Snake Sannin. Yoruichi thought this would upset Naruto, but to her surprise he remained impassive as remained leaned against the wall. I have always known there were traitors in the Leaf. Now I can weed them out as well as get my hands on some information on Orochimaru. What's the name of the council member? His name is Danzo Shimura. This earned a smile from Naruto as he has known about some of his dirty deeds as well as his grandfather's dislike of the man. Looks like I may be able to get Grandpa a little gift before my return. I want you to send a message to Rise. He is to get as much non-disputable evidence on Danzo's dealings as possible before I am to return to the Leaf within 1 year's time. Though he is still a little immature, he has all the qualities of a great leader. Once he gets a handle of his temper, there will be no one could stand toe-to-toe with him diplomatically. I'll inform Rise. Now there are 2 reports coming from the Mist. First is their Mizukage has declared civil war on all the bloodline users in the Mist by wiping out 2 clans, the Kagaya clan which uses a bloodline to manipulate their bones into weapons, and the Yuki clan which combines water and wind chakra to make their ice bloodline. Now non-bloodline users and bloodline users are at civil war. How long has this war been going on? Asked Naruto with a look of disgust on his face. It's been going on for about 7 months but has only been public knowledge for about 3 weeks. Has anyone attempted to send help? There has to have been some form of a request for help. No, the only village they were allied with is the Leaf, and the Leaf informed them that they couldn't spare any ninja. That's understandable seeing as Stone is still hostile towards them, and now Cloud. They wouldn't know if one decided to take the opportunity to attack while they were helping the Mist. What is the other news coming from the Mist? As he was thinking of a way to deal with these problems. Well, in a small village in Wave, a tyrant by the name of Gato has taken over and started charging taxes at an unreal price. He has set up a prostitution ring, and killed anyone who gets in his way, but the situation isn't as bad as the Mist, as there is a plan for a bridge to be built which if built will help to overthrow Gato's rule as well improve their economy, but the problem is that there is no protection for those to build the bridge, seeing as Gato will probably kill them just for trying. Naruto stood in silence for a few seconds thinking of the best course of action to take. Though Wave is in a tight spot, the village hidden in the Mist is worse off than them. Looks like I have no choice, thought Naruto. Okay, I need 2 messages sent out. The first to be sent to whoever is in charge of building the bridge in Wave and explain that though I can't provide the help that they need for a while, but in 14 months to go to the Leaf Village and request me personally. Give him, her my name and description. Are you sure, Naru-kun? We can send some of our dragons and simply wipe out Gato and his men, spoke Yoruichi in a confused voice, wondering why he would wait when that could be handled now. No, I will handle it myself if they don't receive help from someone else before I return to the Leaf Village. Besides, I need to handle it myself as I don't want the world knowing about the return dragon summons until I return to the Leaf, replied the blonde. Sigh. Well, I assume you have a plan, said Yoruichi, only receiving a small smile in reply. Alright, what is the second message you want sent out? Naruto picked up his sword and walked towards the walk-in closet. Tell Galen that in 4 days' time I will make my way to the Mist Village and need an escort to the rebels, finished Naruto as he walked into the closet. What? Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, you better not be thinking what I think you are thinking, yelled a clearly upset Yoruichi. Not many things upset Yoruichi, but when you do upset her, run for cover. Shit, I was hoping that wouldn't upset her, thought Naruto as he tried to figure out whether to try and calm her down or just bolt and wait for her to calm herself. You better answer me before I lose it, yelled Yoruichi, sounding even more pissed off than before. Kit, just be truthful and explain you are not being reckless. You know she only gets angry like this when she thinks you are being reckless, explained Kurama. Sigh. You're right. I'm surprised you're not laughing at my misfortune. thought Naruto as he headed back to the room to face the music. It's because I want to stop my brother from killing innocent people as well. When Naruto walks out of the closet, he sees Yoruichi standing near the desk with her arms crossed underneath her sizable bust while tapping her foot and clearly pissed. Explain now, Yoruichi yelled loud enough for every dragon within a 5-mile radius to hear. Alright, but can you calm down first, you nearly burst my eardrum, whined Naruto as he rubbed his ears. Yoruichi just snorted at the comment and leaned against the desk as a motion for him to explain. If you think I'm being reckless and going in there without a plan, then you are sorely mistaken. Aren't you? Everything you do is reckless whether it is planned or not, Yoruichi spat back at Naruto. I am reckless when it comes to my training simply because I can afford to be, as I have a safety net, but I won't have that once I'm in the mist. There will be other people's lives on my hands, so I can't afford it. As Yoruichi listened to Naruto, she felt bad for thinking so little of his intelligence. The thought of him being reckless shouldn't have even crossed my mind. I keep thinking of him as my little brother and forgetting just how intelligent he really is. I need to apologize. I feel as if I have to go because there are only a handful of people who have the skill and chakra to actually take down a Jinchuriki with full control of his Bawand. I doubt they have anyone like that. I know I have enough chakra to take down the Three Tails, and if push comes to shove there is Kurama, or I can seal off the Three Tails chakra. I am sorry, Naruto. I didn't mean to insult your intelligence or your intentions. I just can't help feel worried you are going to be reckless and get yourself hurt or worse, cried Yoruichi as she hugged Naruto. Naruto returned the hug and started rubbing her back, trying to get her to stop crying. Don't cry, I am not upset. I just don't like upsetting you. You are always going to be my beautiful sister who cares about her slightly reckless little brother, but I am not going to be that way with the lives of others in my hand. Yoruichi smiled at Naruto's kind-hearted nature. I believe you and I trust you to come back in one piece. Always, Oni-chan. One more thing, can you also inform Jigen that I will be headed to the Mist Village to help with the war? No problem. There was something he wanted to talk to you about anyway. Just go to the meeting hall tomorrow morning. As Yoruichi released the hug and walked toward the door as she had a couple of messages to send out. Alright, Nei-chan. If you need me, I will be out in my garden, called Naruto as he walked back into the closet to grab a change of clothes to change into. Little brother, though you may have the body and mindset of a man, you have two of the most girliest hobbies in cooking and gardening, thought Yoruichi as she walked out the door, though she would never say it to his face. As Naruto was looking through the closet, he came across a full-body gray hooded cloak kit that would be useful for infiltrating. Especially after I add a couple of seals that I have in mind, thought Naruto as he put it to the side as he grabbed a pair white of exercise shorts, a black sleeveless t-shirt and pair of black boxers. The blonde left the closet and placed the clothes on the bed for later use. I think I'll work on my garden before showering, thought before body flickering out of the room. A few seconds later, Naruto reappeared outside a large 6,000 square foot glass greenhouse. When Naruto walks in, the first thing he sees are his large sakura trees framing the doorway. After walking a little further into the greenhouse, Naruto comes upon the pride and joy of the garden, the large beds of flowers. Naruto had 15 different flowers in these beds: red, white, blue and pink roses, red amaryllis, red tulips, yellow tulips, primrose, bluebell, red camellia, yellow camellia, white chrysanthemum, daffodil and desert lilies. But what interested Naruto the most in here was the large tree located at the back of the greenhouse. This tree looked like an ordinary oak tree, but this was a chakra tree that Naruto grew from a regular tree and added tons of his own chakra to make it a lot stronger, like he did for his flowers, only he used small amounts to make the color of the flowers brighter. Naruto made 20 shadow clones and gave them the task of watering all the flowers and adding a small amount of chakra to the soil. The blonde Jinchuriki then laid next to his chakra tree on the grass as he watched his shadow clones work. Kurama, do you think I am strong enough to take down Yagura? What's wrong? Doubting your abilities? No, I just honestly don't know how to rate the level I'm at right now. Besides, this is a cage who hold perfect control over the Three Tails, so I am a little worried if I alone will be enough to stop him, thought Naruto as he looked up at his tree. Kit, if I have ever had any confidence in someone else's power, it would be you. Besides, you have enough chakra to match the 5 tails, so I am pretty sure you can match up against my brother, replied Kurama as the shadow clones finished. The blonde stood up feeling better after his small talk with Kurama. Thanks for the confidence booster, I really needed that, thought the Kyuubi container as looked toward the sky. Prepare yourself Yagura. It seems as if you are going to be the first roadblock I go through before achieving my dream. 7 a.m. 4 days later early in the morning where most were just awakening, the Namikaze heir was already awake preparing to leave for the hidden mist village. Currently he was packing his weapons, 50 personally created explosive tags which were a lot more destructive than regular tags, 100 senbon needles, 40 shuriken, 20 feet of ninja wire and 20 thunder god kunai. Knock knock asterisk, come in. The double doors to Naruto's bedroom opened and revealed all 5 dragon leaders. Ah, Naruto-sama. I see you are preparing to leave for the mist, spoke Haja. Yes, Haja-sensei, I am to meet Galen in an hour and a half. Well, Naruto-sama, we came to give you some things as well as a piece of information we wanted to give you, and now seems like the right time, said Jigen as he handed Naruto a huge box of which was wooden. But before you open that, allow me to see your gauntlets, Jigen said as he had Naruto sit the box down. The Black Dragon Master reached out and touched the gauntlets, assessing how in tune Naruto was with them by pouring in a little of his own dragon mana. Wow, these things just keep radiating power, and from the feel of it they keep evolving, thought Naruto as he examined the armguards. These armguards will, when the time is right, show you the true strength we dragons possess, and by extension you, said Julius to Naruto as he was still admiring them. They will eventually bestow an ability of great power, said Crimson to a still-in-awe Naruto. Hey Kurama, are you feeling this? Yeah. It's just oozing the same aura your masters possess, Kurama replied back to him. Why don't you open the box, Naruto-sama, asked Jigen. Naruto only nodded as he opened the box. The first thing that caught his eye was a black dragon Anbu-like mask which sat atop clothing. The blonde then picked up the mask and began to run his fingers across it, inspecting its craftsmanship. It's so beautifully crafted, thought Naruto as he continued to run his fingers across the mask. We are glad you like the mask. It has a seal that will change your hair black when wearing, but there are other items in there, laughed out Jigen. Why don't you change into those clothes so we can all see how they look? With only a simple nod, Naruto walks into the closet with the box in hand to change into the new clothes. After about 10 minutes he came out of the closet decked out in his new clothes. He had on long black cargo-style pants which were tucked into a pair of tall black combat boots that came up to mid-shin. There was a utility belt wrapped around his waist. The belt had space to hold multiple storage scrolls as well as a shuriken holster and small silver chains that held his sword at the side of his hip. Naruto wore a tight black short-sleeved muscle shirt with a mask attached, think Kakashi's mask, which stopped just below his eyes. He also had on his armguards and black gloves that had silver-plated knuckles and a plate on the back of the hand with a kanji for dragon on them. These clothes suit you very well, Naruto-sama. We've had them specially made so that you can't destroy them like you usually do. There is also multiple seals for self-repair and growth, so they will grow as you do, said Burial as he appraised the Dragon Master. Naruto-sama, those gloves are specially made. The right glove creates 3-pronged kunai and the left creates shuriken. Julius explained to Naruto. Naruto then channeled a small amount of chakra into the right glove and much to his surprise a Hiraishin kunai appeared in his hand. Damn, these gloves are going to make life so much easier. Thank you. Really, these clothes are perfect as they are comfortable and have many compartments, weapons without the getting in the way, spoke Naruto as he grabbed his scrolls and placed them on the back of his utility belt and wrapped his Hiraishin kunai pouch around his right thigh. Knock knock, come in came Yoruichi with her hands behind her back while she appraised her little brother's new look. Good morning, Naru-chan. I see they have given you the new clothes and they look amazing. There just seems to be missing something, said Yoruichi as she circled around Naruto, getting a small laugh from the dragon leaders. Missing what, Ne-chan? Asked Naruto as he raised his eyebrow and cocked his head to the side slightly, which made Yoruichi want to just hug the life out of him, but she restrained herself. That look of his is dangerous to all female kind. Makes you just want to take him home with you, thought Yoruichi. This, said Yoruichi as she pulled a long-sleeved leather hooded coat out from behind her back. It was a coat similar yet different from his father's. I know how much you admire your father and I have seen how much you wish your parents could have been here. So I thought what better way to honor him than to have you dress similar to him yet with your own style, spoke Naruto's purple-haired sister as she handed him the coat. Naruto for one was speechless. Something that rarely happens, for Yoruichi to put so much thought into a gift for him as she was so against him going in the first place, but now she is standing in front of him supporting him wholeheartedly. Nei-chan. Thank you. All I can say is thank you. You are right, I do admire both my parents very much and I wish they were both here but they aren't, spoke Naruto a little depressingly as hung his head. So the only thing I can do is do my best to make them into the proudest parents the afterlife has ever seen as they watch my story unfold, stated the blonde, pride and determination driving him. Well, since you have something to honor your father, why not something to honor your mother as well, stated Jigen. What do you mean? Asked a confused Naruto. Jigen handed Naruto a black headband that had what Naruto recognized as the Uzumaki clan symbol on a metal plate. This was given to me by the last leader of Whirlpool before their destruction to give to the chosen Uzumaki. He told me that they would need it. He did not explain why, only they would know when you get there. I guess I'll find out when I get there, huh? Stated Naruto as he tied the headband to his left bicep and put on his dragon mask. Walking over to the bed and putting on his dark gray cloak signaling that it was time for him to leave. The dragon leaders all bowed to Naruto, showing their respect to their future leader. Have a safe journey and show the world the power of the Black Dragon, spoke the dragons in unison as they left Naruto alone with Yoruichi. Nei-chan, I know you don't really want me to go, but I have to, so I want you to know I will be ending this war as it is only a stepping stone on the road to my dream. Yoruichi could only smile and hug her brother before she playfully punched him in the chest. You better come back because death will be the least of your worries if I find out you got yourself killed, cuz I will bring you back just to kill you again. Do you hear me, Naruto Uzumaki? Said Yoruichi as she released a deadly amount of ki. Yes, Nei-chan. I hear you loud and clear, stated a sweating Naruto from behind his mask as released the hug. Naruto unsheathed his sword and pointed off to his left. Sieg opened the portal to the meeting point with Galen. Yes, Naruto-sama, replied Sieg from Naruto's